Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates from Friday practice in Baku. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now unusually, it wasn't a great Friday for McLaren. As we know, McLaren have the fastest car, but yeah, they seem to struggle on Friday afternoon, but I'll get into McLaren's session in a bit, and I think we've got to start with Ferrari because they had a really good Friday in Baku, especially in the afternoon, with them having a 1 and 2. Now, as we know, Charles Leclerc is very fast around this circuit, and he's taken pole position here over the last few years, and unsurprisingly, he was fast today as well, but it was Lewis Hamilton who went fastest in free practice 2. Basically, on the soft tyres, Hamilton set a best lap of a 1 minute 41.293, and it was just marginally faster than Leclerc. Now, this came after Hamilton said on Thursday that he felt he and the team had found a couple of things to help him get on top of the SF25, and well, today in Baku, Hamilton did look very strong on both soft and medium tyres. He did have that moment in practice 1 where he clipped the wall, but aside from that, it's been a good Friday for Hamilton. It's been a good Friday for Ferrari, and it's going to be very interesting to see where the team ends up throughout the weekend. But let's go back to McLaren, and as I said, they did not have a great Friday afternoon. I mean, Lando Norris did set the pace in the morning, but in free practice 2, his session lasted just 30 minutes, with him damaging his car's left rear when he hit the wall exiting turn 4, and he had to limp back to the pits very, very slowly. And when he got back to the pits, that's pretty much where he stayed for the rest of the session. He did not get back out on track. Now, following the incident, you could see the way the car was driving was not good at all. It looked like the car was just drifting down the straight. And speaking about the incident, Sky Sports F1's Bernie Collins said, "The risk is the drive shaft, which delivers drive from the gearbox to the rear wheel, is if it's moved and punctured the gearbox. That happened to Charles Leclerc in Monaco in 2021. In a car like this though, you can lock the differential in the gearbox. The suspension might be damaged, but in a state like this, you can lock the differential, which makes it safe to drive back." Now, as I said, Norris did not get back out on track following that incident, but there's been no update on his car, but I'm sure it's all probably fine and will be ready to go on Saturday. But yeah, the not so great news is that because of that incident, Norris missed out on the crucial Friday long runs. And speaking about it, Norris said, as quoted by Sky F1, "A costly one. It was feeling good until then. I would rather feel like this and find the limits than not push at all." Now, it also wasn't a clean session for teammate Oscar Piastri. I mean, soon after Norris had his incident, we saw Oscar hit the wall at turn 15, but he was able to continue. But we still saw another mistake from Oscar. He made a big lockup on one of his laps, and he ended practice 2 down in 12th place after not completing a representative soft tyre run before turning attention to the heavier fuel race runs. Now, I personally believe McLaren are going to bounce back as the weekend goes on. As I say, it's not been a great Friday, but I could imagine in qualifying they're going to be right up there. But I could also imagine Ferrari being there as well, and I think it could be close between Ferrari and McLaren in qualifying. I think the McLarens will have it on race pace, but yeah, I think it could be an interesting Saturday. Now, just going back to Oscar Piastri, he was actually summoned to the stewards following practice 2, following an alleged yellow flag infringement. Now, basically, there were multiple yellow flags throughout practice 1 and 2, and Piastri went under investigation for one of those yellow flags in practice 2, with him being summoned to the stewards for an alleged breach of Appendix H, Article 2.5.5b of the International Sporting Code for failing to slow under yellow flags at 4:33. And Piastri was given a reprimand for the incident, and this is Piastri's first reprimand of the season. The steward's verdict said a yellow flag was displayed at marshal post 1.2 and green light was shown at light panel 3. Drivers had been instructed that if they see a green light, they must take the action required under a yellow flag condition, even if they had not been shown the yellow flag. In this case, the driver had passed marshal post 1.2 when the yellow flag was shown for the first time, but was able to see the green light at light panel 3. The yellow flag was withdrawn less than 1 second after the green light became visible to the driver. Therefore, technically a breach of the regulations has occurred. However, because of the mitigating circumstances above, the penalty imposed is reduced to a reprimand. This is consistent with previous similar incidents. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.